wanted to start, your characters in Heated Rivalry obviously never interact on screen, but did you guys ever meet on set before today?
Yeah.
One time. Yeah, one time when we were doing, it was my last day, funny enough. We were doing it was episode 5 and the kiss and all that stuff. And then we did we did a bunch of social media stuff that day, and we did a bunch of photo shoots that day, kind of similar to what we're doing now. So.
Nice. You got to see the big kiss happen?
Honestly, I didn't watch it, and I didn't even know what was going on, and I'm so happy I didn't, because the reveal when I watched the show, when everything was edited together, I literally sobbed. So I'm actually kind of happy that I kept it as a surprise.
Definitely. And do you guys hope eventually that Rose and Kip meet? What do you think they would think of each other? How would that interaction go?
They would love each other.
Unlike us, I think they would like each other a lot, actually. Yeah.
I think they would be really close friends.
I think you and I are like those two characters are the softies of the entire storyline. So
definitely a manifest. I guess maybe it'll be at Ilia and Shane's wedding. Season 2.
Who knows?
Party together.
I know. They should honestly just film that as if they are going to film it. They should film it as like a real party. We should just do that from 7 to 9 and just let it
improv the whole day.
Yeah, totally.
Definitely. I think in the books they're both there, and they both get the invite, of course.
I hope so. That'll be my first group invite from anybody.
Definitely. And have each of you read The Long Game? And as a fan, if so, is there any scene you're excited to see play out?
I have not, actually, so
I have cracked into the audiobook a little bit. I know audiobooks with these series are hit and miss, but I have done a little bit. But I've also intentionally loved to not know what's going to happen, because I also don't want to be disappointed or have any kind of idea going into second season about it. So I'm kind of just letting it hit me like a freight train.
Definitely, leave it as a surprise, like you said.
Yeah. I like to be able to watch it really as the member of the audience.
Definitely. And also, Sophie, I was curious, how do you think Rose and Ilia would interact? How would that meeting go?
I think they would be really close. I mean, I think Rose just wants the best for Shane, and just wants anyone to make him happy. And if that's the man that he's in love with, then I think she's going to be fully supportive. And I think Ilia is a softie as well, and has the kindest and purest heart. So I think they would get along really well.
Yeah, the jealousy he wouldn't be jealous anymore. And I feel like with Ilia and Kip, I feel like that interaction might be a little more. I mean, he gives Scott a lot of,
Yeah, I think there would definitely be some degree of a standoff.
Yeah.
Not coming from me, I don't know. I feel like it would just be a weird interaction at first, and maybe a couple of glasses of red wine would help and get us a little closer. But
at the wedding? Yeah.
Hope so. Hope it's more than a couple.
Sophie, we know that Rose becomes one of Shane's closest friends. I mean, they're already pretty close, where we leave them in Heated Rivalry season 1. But what does Shane's friendship mean to Rose? How does it impact her life?
That's a good question. I've kind of always seen it from Shane's perspective. I think it must be really nice for her to have a friend that doesn't care about the world that she's in. I think being a famous actress, I think she probably is surrounded by people that always want to take something out of her, that are there for the wrong reasons. She's always put on a pedestal, probably. So I think it's probably nice to have someone with whom she can also be truly herself and let her guard down and be a bit more vulnerable and honest and real. And so I think they mutually give each other the same amount of love and respect in the relationship.
Definitely. And I'm manifesting that we get you said you haven't dived into The Long Game yet, but we get a kind of styling montage too on the lighthearted note. So I hope that would be nice to get. But speaking of, I was curious if you have any hopes for your characters in season 2. I know we haven't gotten, confirmation if they'll return, but if you have any hopes for season 2.
Well, I think confirmation of return would be a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good start. I mean, I would say just continue to exist in the universe and try to see how that relationship continues to develop. And also to meet the other characters, honestly. I think that there's a lot of fun scenes to be had there, and the wedding scenes and all these other things that I think it would be I think it would feel, for fans of the series, would feel like a bit of a Marvel Avengers type meeting of favorite plot lines and things like that intersecting, or Love Actually, if you will.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
No, I mean, what he said, and I think, just getting Rose to like really get to know more Shane and like all of his like depth, and I kind of want her to become his biggest confidant, and that he can really share like, I mean, it's one thing to like come out, but then that comes with all of its other like world of emotions and feelings, and that's a lot to navigate, and I kind of want her to be there through it all and help him and advise him as best she can, and also to get to know his circle. I want Rose to get to know his mom and Ilia, and to be there at all of these like public events and kind of like be like the same way as I have my best friends, my close community. They're so tightly knitted and they're in my daily life, and I want her to be there for him.
Me too, definitely.